Since you're still in the clothes that you slept in and you haven't washed your face, you're still kind of groggy and your body's still like, listen, I don't want to be productive. Welcome to Therapy Explained, where we explain, demystify, and destigmatize mental health and mental health treatment. My name is Deniss. I'm a licensed marriage family therapist and your very own mental health cheerleader. Every video comes with its own cheat sheet that I make available to you on Instagram, so make sure to follow me there at Deniss so that you can have access to yours. Today's video is all about boundaries for working from home. Since this latest wave of infections, a lot of us have not been able to return to the office after the holidays, and others of us just kind of never fully went back, and now coming back to the office has been put off indefinitely. So seeing as how we're starting yet another year with COVID regulations and restrictions, and a lot of us are having to continue to stay at home or coming back to working from home, I figured we could all use a refresher on what some healthy and helpful boundaries are from working from home. Before we jump into the video, don't forget to subscribe for more videos on all things mental health, and that you're following me on Instagram so that you can get your cheat sheet for today's video. But let's just go ahead and talk about the very first healthy boundary that we can have when we're working from home, which is having a separate workspace. Now, I know that not all of us have a lot of space to work with. Some of us are having to have our workspace within our own bedroom. So I don't mean to have your own separate whole office room, but any sort of space that you can create for yourself to have a difference, right? And a mental but also physical space between your personal lives and your work life. Otherwise, it can feel like you're never really shutting off and your brain is working, your body's still tense, and it can create a continued anxiety and sense of overwhelm even after we've checked off from work. So if you could just save a corner of your dining table or a corner of your desk or even side table, something to demarcate a difference within that space. Even something as simple as just moving things around. So when you're working in whatever space you have chosen in your home, move everything that's usually there, put your laptop on, a glass of water because we want to continue to drink water. And then when you're off from work, move everything off and put it away. Now, I know that this might seem a little taxing to have to do this every day, but it really creates a sense of transition before and after work to help you have healthier boundaries between your personal life and your work. Next is to change your clothes. Now, I know that having to put on uncomfortable work clothes like a blazer or work pants is not something that you're interested or anyone really wants to do when we're at home, and that's okay. You do not have to do that. Even something as easy as just having what one follower on Instagram said, daytime pajamas and nighttime pajamas can be helpful. So if you have a certain set of sweatpants that you wear for work, do that. Maybe wear a nicer shirt, pull your hair up, just wash your face if you don't want to put on makeup. But create that kind of, again, difference between when you're relaxing and when you're working. It helps you also get into that mindset of right now I'm being productive and right now I'm being relaxed and I'm taking time off. So remember to change your clothes. It can be different sets of sweatpants, different sets of pajamas, or if you do find it helpful, put on some work pants or maybe just a nice button-up shirt or a blouse that you would wear to work. Whatever works for you, but again, to help you create that difference between work life and personal life. Have a morning and evening routine. Now, some people find it helpful to create a whole commute for themselves before they go into work. And what that looks like is people will sometimes take a walk around the block in their neighborhood or near their house to kind of actually have that almost physical movement to getting to work. And again, if you've woken up and you put on your productive sweatpants and then take a walk around, put on a coat, especially now it's a little chilly, take a walk around and come back, that creates a sense of commute. You're mimicking that. And it doesn't have to be an hour commute like you would sitting in traffic, but 5-10 minutes it shouldn't be too much. Some people also find it helpful to add on walking to a coffee shop. So if there's a coffee shop near you, you can walk to that, get your coffee, come home. It again mimics that commute and also is very helpful to have a little bit of coffee to help us get going in the morning. Another part of a routine can also be to wash your face, changing your clothes, making your bed, having a glass of water. So pick maybe 2 to 3 activities that are helpful for you to get you going to slowly transition into work. This again helps us create that mental difference and boundary between right now I'm relaxing and right now I'm being productive. I know that it feels like, listen, I'm at home and all I want to do is relax. But that's what makes it so difficult for us to relax and to be productive. If you don't have these transitions, you'll find that you are at work trying to be productive, but since you're still in the clothes that you slept in and you haven't washed your face, you're still kind of groggy and your body's still like, listen, I don't want to be productive. So if you create that sense of transition and create that rhythm slowly into productivity, it can help your body wake up and be present. In the same vein, create a transition from work to relaxation. And the way that looks like, again, you can add a commute if you want to do another afternoon walk, which I highly recommend, particularly if you're sitting at your desk all day, it can be really helpful. You can use that time even to call a friend and have a conversation and engage in some social connection with another human being outside of work. But if you don't want to do that commute, you can again just do that transition. Cleaning off your desk, putting things back the way that they were before, changing out of your work clothes or your work pajamas or your work sweatpants, maybe washing your face, having another glass of water, or maybe a treat, having a soda or having juice or something like that. That can help you again transition out of work and communicate to your body that we're done being productive and we can relax. Block out meal times and take your breaks. Here in California and in the US, we have a legal right to take a minimum 30-minute lunch break and 2 10-minute breaks if we're working an 8-hour shift. So take it. I highly encourage you to block out 30-minute lunch if that's what you have, or an hour if that's what you can have, and not schedule any meetings. Actually go into your calendar and put that in, lunchtime, whether that's at noon or at 11 or at 1, whatever your body's feeding mealtime rhythm is, but do not schedule anything else outside of that. Now that has to become a routine, and it has to become something that is so special that you will not compromise on. I know that tasks come up and you tend to feel overwhelmed at work, but do not sacrifice this lunchtime. It is yours, not just legally, but it should also help you, again, de-stress and take a break. When we're overwhelmed at work, it can actually be useful to step away from what we're doing, get some fresh air, clear our heads, and when we come back to it, we can see it from a completely different angle. So breaks are extremely helpful, and also your body needs food. You need to nourish your brain. When we're not eating, it's hard for us to concentrate. We feel lightheaded, our stomach hurts, we're uncomfortable. So we can't really be productive. We can't be creative, and we can't do the things that we really want to do when we're hungry. So make sure that you're feeding your body. Now, those 10-minute breaks. Make sure that you're taking a 10-minute break 2 hours, 3 hours into your shift. Go outside again, or maybe sit down somewhere else. Get up from your desk, wherever it is that you're working. Go to a window, look outside into the sun, or listen to some music. Get up from your desk, have a glass of water. Do some sort of self-care activity, just 10 minutes. And again, if it's helpful, add it into your calendar. Make sure again that you're providing your body with those rest periods. It's important, and this is how you show yourself some love, and these boundaries are extremely helpful to avoid burnout. Delete apps or pause notifications outside of work hours. If your company is using Slack or some other sort of chat feature, if you have email going to your phone, pause it outside of your work hours. If you clock it at 5, at 6, that's it. You're done. Unless you're literally working with a life or death situation, everything is going to be okay, and it can wait until the morning. It might feel a little bit uncomfortable. Some things might have to be in late, and that's okay. listen, they're only paying you until 6 p.m., so you're only working until 6 p.m. Even if you're not an hourly employee, legally you should not be working more than 40 hours a week if that's in your contract. So remember to not burn yourself out by trying to do certain things that can really honestly wait until the morning. So do not reply to emails. If you're not able to pause it, just don't reply to emails, and remind yourself that you'll get to it in the morning. Everything's going to be okay. If you can, delete the apps, and that will keep you from checking your phone for notifications. Just make sure that every morning when you log into your computer, you're checking for your emails and messages and whatever messaging app your company is using. These boundaries are healthy again because it provides your body with permission to relax, which is so crucial. It also reduces the amount of stress that you're having and can help with creativity because you're giving your brain some time to relax, to breathe, and you come back refreshed to the work that you're doing. Remember that progress does take practice, so make sure to hop on over to Instagram to get your cheat sheet for a reminder to have really healthy boundaries. If you find them helpful, or if there's another boundary that you already have that has worked for you, comment that down in the comments below. Remember that we are a community and we're constantly learning from each other. And of course, before you leave, give this video some love in any way that feels authentic to you. Every like, comment, subscription, and share helps spread the word about free mental health information and education, and it is greatly appreciated. And remember, as always, I'm cheering for you.